Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy, and I'm freaking freezing here in Southwest Virginia. Much more threat of freezing to death than dying from the Wu flu, but at any rate, I wanted to do a quick frigid walk around of the 2021 Subaru Crosstrek. And ordinarily it would be difficult to say, much less write anything about yet another crossover SUV, but I really dig this little sucker because it is one of the very few new vehicles, let alone crossovers, that you can still get with a standard manual transmission, if you can imagine that. And not only that, the manual is available in more than just the base trim. You can get it in the next up trim as well. So that adds a dimension of fun that's largely missing from very practical, very versatile, and very boring crossover SUVs. And I think that's why Subaru has had such good luck with this thing. It is also, incidentally, very affordable. That's a whole nother thing, and you can find out more about the price structure over at epautos.com, the web's best libertarian gearhead site, and your oasis of sickness psychosis. From sickness psychosis. Getting back to the fun stuff, some of the other stuff that's fun about the Crosstrek. It still has, if you can imagine this, looky, it has a pull-up emergency brake handle, and that means that you can still do bootleg turns in this thing, which is all kinds of fun. Very much fun in the WRX and STI sense of fun. Sorry again for the camera shaking, but I'm freaking freezing. A lot of new cars, in fact almost all new cars nowadays, have the electric parking brakes. You push the button, the brake engages. And again, very anodyne, takes away another aspect of fun and control as well as simplicity from the vehicle. Finally, the last thing that you ought to know about, for 2021, Subaru has added another engine to the lineup. When this model came out in 2018, it was only available with a 2.0 liter 4, which was a perfectly fine engine. A lot of reviewers beat on Subaru for it, saying it was underpowered, but if you actually look at the other cars in this class, like the Honda HR-V, for example, you will find that this thing's got more power with the 2-liter engine. Not a whole lot more power, but it's certainly competitive with other small crossovers. Well, just to address the concerns about power, Subaru now offers the larger 2.5-liter engine in this car that makes 182 horsepower, which makes it one of the strongest small crossovers that you can get. I think the only other one that offers more, and it's just slightly more, is the Mazda CX-30. And the Mazda CX-30 doesn't come standard with all-wheel drive. All Subarus, of course, come standard with all-wheel drive, and you can't get a manual transmission in the Mazda anymore, which is unfortunate. I personally really like Mazda vehicles. I think they look great. I think they're fun to drive, but it's sad that Mazda, like a lot of other manufacturers, has been abandoning the manual transmission for reasons which I get into in other articles over at epautos.com that chiefly have to do with genuflecting before the federal government and its increasingly demented and certainly not market-driven push for ever higher fuel economy, no matter what it costs the buyer in terms of the car and in terms of fun. At any rate, I'm going back inside now where it's not so cold, and if you want to read more about the Subaru Crosstrek, you can find that up at epautos.com, and also various articles too, dissecting the sickness cult, which is attempting to take over the country. So thanks as always for viewing and reading and supporting the site, and we'll catch up with you again soon.